You don't want this £5?
I want it.
Yeah. My hands get a bit tired. You don't want this £5?
Take it.
Good. So what I usually do here is that there's three different types of people in life. Some people that will watch opportunities, some people that will make opportunities for themselves, and some that will be totally oblivious and not even understand the opportunity that's already presented before them. And I want to just talk about very quickly is my opportunities and the opportunities that I create for myself and the opportunities that I had to just sort of grab by the tails. And the reason why I say that is because there's one of the guys I was mentoring not too long ago, and I remember he was going out for a 6-week holiday, so I go into schools and I empower them. And one of the young people that I was speaking to, he actually said, I asked him, bro, what are you doing for the 6-week holiday? And he told me, I'm not doing anything. I was like, are you really going to go to Central? And for him, he thought Central was Croydon. And that's one of the goes to London. And I was like, no, Central London. And he had never been there before. And what really hit me was that there's so many people going around and not understanding that there's so many opportunities in front of them, but because of a lack of exposure and a lack of awareness, they will never get there. And we've heard from loads of amazing people like Dr. Daniel Moses, like Tunde today, and Uche, who've been able to talk to us about their stories and about how they've been exposed to opportunities or how they create opportunities for themselves. Or we've got students that have come and started businesses today simply because of exposure, simply because they were aware of something. And today, one thing I really want to just leave with you guys today is that regardless of where you've come from, regardless of your background, that it is truly possible. You see, last year, my name is Adam Stewart, by the way. I'm 21 years old, and last year I became an international speaker. I was able to be flown out business class to Nigeria to empower and speak to thousands of people. To talk to them about my story and how I was able to build a marketing agency and inspire coaches and consultants in America. And when I actually got there last year, I had to really think about like, bro, you're 21 years old, you're doing alright for yourself. You're not there yet, but you're doing alright. And I had to really realize where I came from. You see, I was someone who grew up in an area called Lambeth, which is one of the 10 lowest poorest areas in the whole of London. It was an area where the typical 16-year-old girl would have a child out of wedlock before they were 16. It was a time where lots of young people who were excluded before they could even finish their GCSEs. So I remember being at the age of 7, and at this age was the age where I say fear entered my life. Fear entered my life because 1, I got excluded from school, and 2, I was threatened with a knife at the age of 7. Now what this did, that's actually made me so timid and not wanting to go out of my horizon. It made me stop playing around outside, and it made me want to keep myself to myself. But one of the things that allowed me to sort of come out of that shell was understand that, this guy didn't have any opportunities around him, but mentorship. So what I did was that I went outside and I said, okay, cool, what do you actually want to do for yourself? Because everyone around you is getting excluded. Everyone around you is ended up in jail. Everyone around you hasn't done anything for themselves. So thank God, I had mentors around me that were able to pour into me, that was able to inspire me and able to impact me, that's allowed me to go on to build an agency, that's allowed me to go on to speak to schools and go into schools and empower young people because of mentorship. So Daniel Moses spoke about the power of him being able to coach young 16-year-old boys and show them what is truly possible with mentorship. So today I want to just leave you guys with 3 things, because a lot of us are students, we're finishing school, I finished my apprenticeship last year, and just leave with you simply, just go for it. What would you do if you knew that there was no barrier to what you could achieve? What would you do if you knew that regardless of what you aim for, whether that was investment banking, whether that's to start a business, what would you do right now if you knew that there was no limit to your possibilities? That you knew that if I'm going to go for something, I can achieve it, whether it takes 5 years, 2 years, 10 years, is literally go for that dream. Because one of the things that I always remind myself is that, regardless of 5 years time, if it takes you 10 years to be successful, it has to work or it has to work. Because my parents put so much into me, they inspired me, they poured time, money, effort into me, and I know that there's no way I can leave this world empty. Because every single one of us have a purpose, and every single one of us have dreams. So I just want to leave it with you guys and just say, look, regardless of what the dream is, that you can truly achieve it if you put your mind to it. Thank you.
So good. Thank you.